what they do, what they're doing is they're trying to literally give you more of what you want, more of the same.
Yeah.
And what that does is it removes the sort of serendipity you get in normal life.
Like a commercial echo chamber.
Exactly.
Okay.
But it's not just commercial. And you said that you've got to leave the political advertising out because it's such a swamp. But the point is, they're both linked. So retailers like Amazon will use your political viewing or history and where you've jumped into their site from to inform them on what you're more likely to want. So, maybe,
if I voted for Donald Trump, I might want to buy a Ku Klux Klan outfit or something like that. There'll be
and by the sounds of it, centre-left people want more trampolines. It's, whatever it may be, it's just that people will push, and this is nothing new. There's a really good book called 23 Things About Capitalism by a Cambridge professor.
You're still not worrying me, though. I mean, because I do want trampolines, but I'm also intelligent enough, if I wanted to buy a Ku Klux Klan outfit, to find one.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure you would if you needed one. But the point is that what they're doing is they're removing your serendipity. So the chances of you bumping into something and just being influenced by it or thinking about it.
Are they though? I mean, can't they coexist?
No, it's not a new thing. I mean, that book I was telling you about, he writes about how media, newsprint, that actually, when you statistically look at it, they're not particularly influenced by the ownership or the editorial standards. They're influenced by what their readers want to read.
Yes.
So they push more and more of that on you. And I think over the particular events recently, general elections, Brexit, and all the rest of it, you notice that people are becoming much, much more polarised and much, much less willing to listen to the opposite point of view.
Yes.
And I think that's because they get pushed, the same things they're listening to, and so that makes them less responsive. That's the sort of immediate one. I think the long-term problem with this is, and it's an outlier effect, is that they are collecting so much information.
It is astonishing.
So much that it doesn't really matter what's going on at the moment. I agree with you. It's a good thing. You get the things you want pushed towards you. But if this stuff ends up in the hands of someone who wants to use it for bad, then you've got a problem. And I'm talking about, a change of state, a totalitarian state. Probably wouldn't happen in the UK. May well happen in other places. And as I say, I know a lot of people that deal with this stuff. A couple of people. We've
got a eugenicist in Downing Street until the small hours of this morning. I think the phrase "it probably wouldn't happen in the UK" is in retreat at the moment, isn't it? Which makes your point more powerful.
But the point is, these guys are incredibly competent at coming up with great things. And as individuals, the guys who invent this stuff aren't evil people, but it's what it ends up being used for in the end. And the thing is, they're incredibly good at making great things, but they're incredibly good at making mistakes as well.
And that's the whole point, isn't it?
I've sat in conferences where people have literally hacked things in front of you that have been shown to you, and it's just because they're tinkerers. They play with things, Yes. I think the amount of info they have on you and what that could be used for in a really bad situation is the thing to worry about. I don't think Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos want to do anything more than sell you stuff.
But who knows what they'll do with that? If that information were to become commoditized, which it's close to being already, you can't necessarily control who gets hold of it, and certainly when governments become part of that equation, then the reasons to be uncheerful or to be cautious become much, much clearer. Thank you, Alex. That was really helpful.